win in Chicago. Open a 3-day first-place showdown against the two-time defending AL champion Texas Rangers. They bring the league's top offense and number 2 pitching staff into Progressive Field. The Indians' bats are warming up with the weather and 5 homers in their last 3 games. Genmar Gomez gets the call in Game 1 next on Sports Time Ohio. It's a warm, cloudy evening in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as the Indians back home open a 3-game weekend series against the Western Division leading Texas Rangers. Hi again, everyone. Matt Underwood alongside Rick Banning. Indians back off the brief 3-game road trip, taking 2 out of 3 from Chicago. They're in the top spot in the American League Central Division. Big showdown, though. This is a very good Texas Rangers ball club, but you look at the Texas Rangers, they've got a lot of different moving parts in their offense, but one of their key guys is Ian Kinsler. He plays second base, and our guy at second base, Jason Kipnis. Both these guys having fantastic starts to the year.
They really are, and Jason Kipnis has really picked it up. He had a slow first 12 games, I'd say, but his last 11, he's really picked it up. He's seeing the ball well from both sides of the plate as far as pitchers go. He's hitting left-handers, and then on the other side, you have the igniter, Ian Kinsler. This guy leads the league in runs scored. He could change the difference in the game with one swing of the bat. He has 15 ribbies, 8 doubles, leads the league with 27 runs. Jason Kipnis has been very solid. How about him? 17 RBIs. He's on a 7-game hitting streak, and now he's into the number 2 hole for Maniacta. I like that spot for him.
Yeah, who would have thought he would be your leading run producer this early in the season, but he's doing a terrific job. Now, to our pitching matchup tonight. For the Indians, Genmar Gomez, the undefeated Colby Lewis, going for Texas.
This is really going to be a true test for Genmar Gomez, because he's going to have that slider, a great changeup, and his sinker working to match up against the Texas Rangers. But I think it's going to be a true test. I'm looking forward to him to go out there and see where he stands. He'll be matched up against a really tough pitcher who's off to a great start this season. Colby Lewis, 3-0 with a 1.93 ERA, and he's undefeated. He's 2-0 against the Indians. And the Rangers have played very well against the Indians. They were 9-1 against them last year.
Our Nissan Road Ahead pitching matchup. Get to a Nissan dealer for great deals on innovation you can count on. So we're all set for this weekend first place showdown. Indians and Rangers back with the play-by-play action coming up next. And so we are ready for the showdown here tonight at Progressive Field. Indians and the Texas Rangers. Texas comes in 17-8. They lead Oakland by 4.5 games in the American League West. The Indians are 13-10, a game and a half in front of Detroit in the American League Central Division. Indians just 4-7 this year here at home, while the Texas Rangers, like the Indians, have the best road record in baseball at 9-3. Tribe ready to take the field here tonight behind Genmar Gomez, as the Indians will try to do something to turn around their mojo against these Rangers, who have dominated the Indians since the start of the 2009 season. Texas has won 21 out of 25 games against the Tribes since then. Hard to believe, right?
Well, it is, and they're a very good ball club, but you wouldn't think they're that good. And they have the second best winning percentage in this ballpark. Only the Yankees have a better winning percentage than the Texas Rangers, so they have played the Indians very, very tough.
Let's get a look at Ron Washington's starting lineup tonight for the two-time defending AL champs. Ian Kinsler in the leadoff spot, Elvis Andrus at the shortstop position, then Josh Hamilton, Michael Young, David Murphy, and Nelson Cruz in the middle. Mike Napoli, Mitch Moreland, and Alberto Gonzalez rounded out.
Let's take a look at Genmar Gomez, brought to you by MLB.com at Bat12 for your iPhone, iPad, Android, and Windows Mobile. Follow the Indians everywhere with live audio, news, stats, and video highlights. Gomez making his fourth start, his fifth appearance. He is 1-1, 235 earned run average, and 13 strikeouts in his 15 and a third innings. He's coming off a loss, but pitched very well. Was outdueled by Dan Herron in his last start, and that was his only start in this ballpark. His very first look at the Texas Rangers, so hopefully he'll be able to do something with this offense. Take a look at the Indians' defense, brought to you by Pat O'Brien Chevrolet, saluting the men and women defending our country and watching on the Armed Forces Network. Damon, Brantley, and Chu in the outfield. Hanahan, Cabrera, Kipnis, and Kochman on the infield with Santana behind the plate.
Dale Scott calling the balls and strikes here tonight. C.B. Buckner is at first. Angel Campos at second. Dan Isanya is at third. And we're ready to go as Ian Kinsler steps in to get us underway for the Texas Rangers. Rangers have lost their last two games coming in. And that is front page news.
It is. They're the last team to have a losing streak.
Not only that, but they went 54 games between back-to-back losses. And in there for a strike to even the count. The last time anybody had a streak that long was 1938.
Well, they can do it in a lot of different ways as a team. Usually you look at it when you're going to play the Rangers, you better be ready to score because it should be a slugfest.
Now the 1-2 from Gomez. Hit weakly toward second. Ian Kinsler will be thrown out by his counterpart, Jason Kipnis, one down. Tribe with at least a share of the AL Central lead now for 11 straight days. And they've won 12 out of their last 18. And, you stay on that pace, you're going to win 100 games. Now, chances are you're not going to stay on that kind of a pace, but
they've won their first four road series. But, collectively, if you look at the American League Central Division, they're 20-41 at home. I mean, the whole division. So nobody in the division has played well at home. The Indians are going to have to start turning it around because their walk-off win against the Angels that leave town here on that short three-game road trip, hopefully will get them playing good baseball here in their own park.
Elvis Andrus, 292 average coming in. Looks at the ball down low. This guy has just hit against the Indians since he came into the league. 23-game hitting streak against the Tribe.
That's every game he's played against them. This guy is an ideal second-place hitter. In this lineup, he can bunt, he can run, he can steal bases, he can go the other way. He's a guy, he has a very good eye at the plate.
Now the 1-2 pitch. The guy who has the longest active streak in baseball against an opponent is on the DL right now. But how about Jacoby Ellsbury has hit in 36 games in a row against Baltimore?
Wow. Well, that's one reason why Baltimore's up there this year is they're pitching very well.
Hit to short. Cabrera with a great diving stop, but he won't be able to throw him out, and Elvis Andrus does it again. He'll run that streak to 24.
Well, and it goes to show you how he can get down the line. Cabrera made a nice stop on the play, but to get up there from short and throw a guy out that can get down the line, it would have had to be perfect, and he would have had to have a cannon, and it's not going to happen. Infield single. Nice try, good effort by Cabrera.
So now Josh Hamilton to the plate with a runner at first and one out here in inning number 1. And a swing and a miss at a first pitch. Might have been a changeup.
Yeah, it was. And that was a good call because this guy is deadly on the first pitch. He has had a lot of success early this year at swinging at the first pitch. You better make a quality one. And he did.
Josh Hamilton is not a slow starter. He was the American League Player of the Month in April for the 4th time. Man, look at that. Second in batting average, tied for first in dingers.
You look at it, he's playing for a contract. This guy's a free agent at the end of the year, and, they were under negotiations with him, still not signed. And the key for this guy is health.
He's had some back stiffness, which has knocked him out of the lineup recently.
Yeah, Sunday's game with some back stiffness in the first inning. It's his first game back since then. But if this guy, his goal is to play about 150 games this year. We'll see if he can do that.
Now 1-2, a little bit low.
But, boy, he is fun to watch, isn't he?
Well, he's a guy that, look, there's no doubt he's going to get that big contract. The question is how long, how many years will someone be willing to commit to him? He's going to get big money. It's just how many years will they give it to him? Two. Got him looking.
Pitch.
So Genmar Gomez with a fastball locks up Hamilton. 2 down here in the first inning.
Well, as I mentioned, this is his first start against the Rangers, and there's a good four-seamer. Usually he's got some sink to it, but it's 92 at the knees. At the plate. Hamilton's going to take the walk back. He's coming off his last start where he had a career-high 7 strikeouts against the Angels. Gets his first tonight.
Now Michael Young, who has been a pain in the Indian side for as long as he's been around. He's hit in 4 straight, 6 out of his last 7.
He's been a pain in a lot of team sides.
Nice throw and a very close play at first, but Andrus back just in time. He has 5 steals.
Yeah, I would look for, with 2 outs, for him to maybe take off if he gets a jump. With Michael Young at the plate, he's down 0-1.
He takes off. Liner to right. Chu on the move. Basket-style catch and cradles it against his belly for the final out of the inning. So Young with a BB to right field. Chu hauls it in, and the Indians are coming to bat when we come back. Take a look at Maniac's starting 9, brought to you by Progressive Insurance, proud to be the official auto insurance provider of the Cleveland Indians. Johnny Damon in the leadoff spot back in left field tonight. Then Jason Kipnis as Dribble Cabrera. Hafner, Santana, and Chu, Brantley, Kochman, and Hanahan, an all left-handed hitting lineup for the second time this year for the Indians.
32-year-old Colby Lewis making his 6th start. He has an extra day rest with Thursday's off day. He is 3-0 off to a very good start, a 193 earned run average, 29 strikeouts in 32 2/3 innings. Look at only 4 walks this year. So he went 25 2/3 innings without a walk before it ended in his last start against the Tampa Bay Rays.
Fastball, and it's in for a strike. And that's up and away, 1-1 to count.
Lewis is 2-0 in his career against the Tribe.
Fastball fouled back.
Texas has only, believe it or not, given this guy 3 runs or less in 4 of his 5 starts. They did have one game in Boston when they scored 16 when he was on the mound. But other than that, they have not scored a lot. He's awfully tough when you get runners in scoring position. They're 0 for 21 off him.
Damon hammers it fouled on the right side. Well, the funny thing about that is you look at this Rangers offense, and this is a team that generally scores on most nights, so it's kind of hard to believe that there is one guy who seems to find the soft spot in their offense.
Well, he may find the soft spot, but he's a big game pitcher. He's helped them throughout the playoffs, the World Series. He's been their one guy that they've been able to really count on.
Left fielder David Murphy pulls down the fly ball for out number 1.
Let's take a look at that Rangers defense, brought to you by Home Depot, and it looks like this. Murphy is in left, Hamilton in center, Cruz in right, Gonzalez at third, Andrus at short, Kinsler at second, Moreland is at first with Napoli behind the plate. More savings, more doing. That's the power of Home Depot. You know, Texas starters got off to such a great start this year. They were 10-0. The starters were their first couple of times through the rotation, and they've had a couple hiccups that last time through.
Broken bat bouncer. So Kinsler grounds to Kipnis, and now Kipnis grounds to Kinsler. And there are 2 down here in the first. Let's join Katie Witham for the first time tonight. Apparently we're having some trouble with Katie's microphone. We'll try to get that cleared up for you. And hopefully we'll check in with her soon. As Dribble Cabrera batting over 300. 3 homers, 8 ribbies, 7 doubles on the year. And he looks at a fastball strike over the outside corner. Now, Colby Lewis, in the last 2 years, regular season, 26 and 23. But he's 4-1 in the postseason.
Yeah, he's been really good for them in the come playoff time. He will give up a lot of home runs. He led the league in that department last year.
35 bombs.
Yeah, 35
allowed.
bombs, and he's given up 4 homers in his 5 starts this year.
Fly ball left field. Back is Murphy. Still going back. Now puts on the brakes to end the inning. So the Tribe goes in order. We go to the second. No score. or Carmel. McDonald's, I'm loving it. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. No score, second inning. Leading off is David Murphy, and he takes a ball outside. Swung on and missed. Good changeup. Gomez evens the count.
That changeup and slider has really separated Gomez this year than what he has been in the past. It's taken him up a notch.
There's a soft liner will drop in center field. Second hit tonight for Texas. And a leadoff hit here in inning number 2.
Looks like he gets a fastball here. Murphy's always found a way to hit the Indians. That's not a bad pitch away. Slightly open stance. And you see that ball going down and away and just stayed on it up the middle. They lead the league in hitting at 288 coming into today. First in runs scored, 136. You know, they're slugging, their on base percentage. They always seem to get something going.
Nelson Cruz, double play ball to short. Cabrera to Kipnis. On to Kochman. 2 down here in the second. Injury report brought to you by Elk & Elk. Serious lawyers for serious injuries. Call 1-800-ELK, Ohio. Mariano Rivera, done for the year. Torn ACL and meniscus in the right knee yesterday. Now, I mean, there were some people who were saying, well, why was he shagging fly balls? Well, he's done it his whole career.
Yeah, 20 years.
And, you know, we saw the video, Rick. It's not as though he ran into somebody. He didn't collide with the wall. He was short of the wall, and his knee just buckled on him.
It's just one of those freak accidents. You know, he was going back, and he landed between the grass and the dirt, and it just like a boom. Something popped. He felt it. There he went down.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Big loss for them.
I don't think that's the last we've seen of him, though. I don't think this ends his career.
Well, he was talking this could be his last year, but, you know, who knows?
Don't you think that he's going to want to come back and not go out that way?
Well, you would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, the competitor that he is, but at his age, 40 years old.
We'll have to wait and see.
You've got to see how serious that surgery is.
Very true. Mike Napoli, 1-2 pitch. Big chopper to third. Hanahan on the short hop pick. Flips it over, and a strong inning of work for Genmar Gomez. The double play ball helps him out, and we go to the bottom of the second, no score. Score. Travis Hafner, Carlos Santana, and Shin-Soo Choo due up here for the Indians. Hafner sat out last night's series finale in Chicago after he was plunked on the knee, the right knee, by a pitch in the previous game. Travis batting .290 on the year, 3 homers, a dozen runs batted in. In his career against the team that traded him here to Cleveland, he has batted .240. Roped foul. Interestingly, he's only hit 5 home runs in 179 at bats against Texas. Now the 0-1. Pitches outside. And, of course, that's a long time ago in Hafner's career. But there are guys who, doesn't matter, it could be years later, but the team that traded them, they go back and they just always seem to kill them.
Well, I remember when Hafner was getting his first year with the Texas Rangers. I believe he had 4 hits in this ballpark in one game. And that's when he was a Texas Ranger, and that was a long time ago.
The 1-2 really jammed him, and a lazy kind of a half-line drive to second, one away.
Call that the old humpback liner.
Our league leaders brought to you by your Cleveland Akron area Lexus dealers. Colby Lewis, third in ERA at 193.
Yeah, this guy, he really is an amazing story because he spent a couple of years in Japan really remaking himself. Texas took a flyer and a chance to bring him back, and he's been very good for the Rangers.
He's not a fireballer.
No, he control. He cuts it. He changes it. He pitches. He keeps for the most part, the ball off the barrel of the bat. He will make some mistakes, a la Josh Tomlin, or guys that throw strikes that don't walk people and they're not overpowering. You know, he'll let some guys run into a few, but that doesn't mean you're not a good pitcher. How many times have we talked about it? Some of the great pitchers of all time have given up a lot of home runs.
Sure.
But, you know, a lot of them have been solos.
Santana with a base hit between first and second. With 1 out here in inning number 2, Tribe's first hit of the night. And Santana snaps an 0 for 4 with that base hit, and we'll check in for the first time tonight, I promise you, this time with Katie Witham.
Well, guys, the Indians' offense comes into this one knowing that they're going to see a different Colby Lewis the first time around than they will the second time. Bruce Fields told his hitters, get aggressive, search for that fastball early on, and if it's there on the first pitch, take it, because the second time you see Lewis, he's going to mix it up, change speeds on you, and work in some of those off speeds, hoping to get you to chase. So second time around, he wants to see a lot more patience, guys.
All right, thanks, Katie. I think she meant to say, if you see that first pitch fastball, you get after it. You don't take it.
Well, one of the few guys.
Choo gets after it, deep center field. Hamilton, a long run, gone to the Indians' bullpen. Shin-Soo Choo's first home run of the year stakes the Tribe to a 2-0 lead here in inning number 2.
Well, what did she just get done telling you?
Get aggressive.
If you see that first pitch fastball, don't take it, get on it. And for Shin-Soo Choo, he does and hits his first homer of the year. That's a nice sight to see if you're an Indians fan. Choo has been struggling at the plate, but he hits this ball into the Indians' bullpen. There's the fastball. That will leave the yard. The Indians with another home run. So now it's, 4 straight games they've homered, and that's a good sight. Number 5 given up by Lewis.
Now Michael Brantley. And there's a ground ball single. 3 straight hits to get after Colby Lewis here in inning number 2. And Brantley Has hit in 3 straight games now.
Michael gets another fastball out over the plate. So there's you're seeing a little pattern here. They are searching for that fastball, not letting them get to that changeup, that little cutter of the breaking ball.
Good early game plan. It's paying off here.
And the one thing, when you're playing the Rangers, it's a good thing for you to try and take the lead early, especially if you're the Indians. You don't want to go toe-to-toe with these guys. Let them play a little catch-up where you don't have to, because they certainly have the offense to do it. But it's always nice to play with the lead, especially in your own ballpark. Look at that quick pitch.
Yeah, a little half swing by Kotsman.
I mean, he came in, he stopped, and he came right to the plate. And I don't think it was a matter of Brantley taking off. It was just a quick pause and go. And with no slide step or anything. He's quick to the plate.
Brantley drawing a throw this time. 1 out here in the second inning. Tried with a 2-0 lead. In the air, shallow left. In comes Murphy. And there are 2 down. Here's a look at our AT&T trivia question tonight. 3 Indians players since 1990, 8 or more RBI in a game. I can think of 1 for sure. I think I might have 2. I don't know about the 3rd one. All right, good one. We'll have the answer coming up later in the game. Runner goes. Pitch inside. Throw down. And they punch him out. Close play. I think Brantley thought he had the hand in there. But the tag by Andrus, and the inning is over. But the Indians, with a 2-run homer from Chu, have a 2-0 lead. Brought to you by Miller Lite. Friday night at the ballpark. Fireworks coming up later tonight. But the Indians with some early fireworks thanks to Shin-Soo Choo. They lead 2-0. Third inning, Mitch Moreland to lead off for the Rangers. And a little bit outside for ball 1. Fly ball left field. Pretty well hit. Damon back to the wall, and he can't make the play. And into second base with a double is Mitch Moreland. Damon looked like he got turned around.
Yes, he did.
And then got leather on it. Almost had it, but
ball slicing. You know, he hit it hard, but he did. The route he ran was not a very good one. A 2-0 count. First one that Gomez had today, and you can see the left-hander goes the other way. He got totally turned around, and that ball slices away, and that's a play that should have been made. But he cannot catch it. It goes off his glove, so they will get the leadoff double. Second straight inning they've had their leadoff man aboard.
Alberto Gonzalez to the plate. And a ground ball to second base will get Moreland over to third, one down. And let's check in once again with Katie.
Hey guys, one of the coolest new views is from the brand new Kids Clubhouse. The grand opening is this Sunday. You parents will not miss a minute of the game, and your kids can hang out in this brand new 4,000 square foot climate controlled indoor playground. Right now we're hanging out in the rookie suite. It has everything. I mean, check it out. We've got a rock climbing wall back here. It's all presented by University Hospitals and Step 2. To get your tickets, log on to Indians.com now, guys.
Thanks, Katie. Ian Kinsler with a runner at third and one out. Hitting .368 with runners in scoring position so far this year. He has yet to hit a sac fly.
Well, he's a guy that will be trying. I guarantee you. He likes to swing hard and elevate. He will.
He does right there. Pretty well hit to right field. Chu. He's going to make the catch. Here comes Moreland. Chu's throw not nearly in time. And the Rangers are on the board, cutting the Indians' lead in half at 2-1.
Well, and that, to me, is what they do. They come back and they're able to respond. A play that should have been made in left, it goes as a double. The next guy grounds him to third and a little sac fly, and they cut the lead in half. So they come back and they were able to respond to that two-run homer by Chu in the bottom of the second.
And Elvis Andrus looks at a ball outside. He had an infield single his first time up. And a liner to left. Damon right there to grab it. And the inning is over. Texas gets on the board, middle of the third, 2-1 Cleveland. Came up short on that play in left field, and that led to the first run of the game for Texas.
Two left fielders talking to each other. And that's a ball, you know, as left-handers hit it out that way, it's going to slice, away from you. That's why he got turned around. And I'll tell you what, I always felt when you play left field, and I'm not making an excuse for Damon because I said the ball should have been caught, but the ball hooks more in that field than it does anywhere else, whether you're in center or in right. But in left field, off the left-handers' bats, not many guys drive the ball over your head that way compared to right like right-handers do.
Jack Hanahan was at the plate when Michael Brantley was thrown out trying to steal to end the second inning. Jack off to a terrific start this year. And there's a high drive, deep right field. Cruz back. He is out of room. It's off the top of the wall. Hanahan's going to go for 3 now. On his way to third, he'll go in easily with a triple. Oh, Jack Hanahan just missed hitting it out of here. But because of the bounce off the top of the wall, he's able to go in standing with a leadoff triple, his first 3-bagger of the year.
There's only about 10 or 12 feet down the line until that bullpen, it drops down, and it happened to hit above that 10, 12-foot area, or he would have had a home run. Right down the line, I thought he got enough of it, but watch where it hits, right above the STO sign.
Wait a minute. Did that hit above the yellow line?
I don't think so. I thought it hit below. But
wow,
it comes back
really
in front.
Close. Here comes Manny Acta. I think it hit above the yellow line. Let's see if we can get another look and maybe slow it down.
You know our boys are going to take a look, and they will.
Because, Rick, the way that caromed and ricocheted, it hit hard. It might have hit that glass.
Well, I hope you're right. They're going to meet. I hope you're right.
If it hits the green fence, it might have deadened it. That ball really shot.
Let's
Take
see.
another look.
Well, there's that lip.
Oh, it's gone.
That's a homer.
That's a home run.
Good call.
Yep.
That is a good call. That is hit above the line. There's a lip up there. That's a good call. That's a home run.
Yep. They'll go back and look at this one.
I like it. Like it a lot.
They're going to go look, and this will be a home run for Jack Hanahan.
I think so. And he's going to be able to trot 90 feet. That may be the shortest homer he's ever had. But you know what? That's a good call. It looked like it hit just under the line. It did not. Good call, Manny.
Well,
go on out and get him to check it.
You know, the way it caromed so far back into the
you knew it
grass,
hit hard.
You're thinking, well, I've never seen a ball hit off the wall and come back that far.
Yes, that's a good call because at that area, there's only 10 or 12 feet down the line where it's a little extension. It has an extra pad up there before you get to the bullpen for the Rangers. But that's going to go as a quick run, so they'll be able to respond and answer that run that the Rangers put on in the inning. I don't see any reason why they're not going to overturn this. Hanahan rather have the home run anyway than a triple. And if that's the case, that'd be the second home run for the Indians tonight. Chu hit the 2-run homer last inning on a first-pitch fastball. Looked like he tried to sneak it in, and then comes Beltre. He's going to tell his manager exactly what he saw, and he saw our shot. So there's no question that ball is going to be a home run, and Skipper's saying, okay.
Yeah. Meantime, Kobe Lewis making some warm-up tosses just to stay loose. The time, or how the elapsed time, has really been pretty good for Major League Baseball in these replay instances. They've been able to look at it quickly, get the right angle, and make a decision, and they usually don't take very long. I don't know if we have a running clock on the review of where we're at, but
it doesn't matter. The bottom line is get the call right. Oh, Tommy's got
we're just at about a minute right now.
Coach
and I'll bet we're going
Bochenek.
to see somebody pop out of that tunnel real quick.
Yeah, and we want to see the
Jim Folk and Jack Efta guarding the umpire's tunnel.
Yeah, they're sitting down there
entrance
joking.
behind home plate.
I'm telling him it's a home run. He's laughing at me. He said, we'll see. It's a home run.
Here come the umpires.
Yes, sir.
Dale
Watch
Scott,
this.
the crew chief.
There we go. Watch this.
Make the call.
It's out of here. What'd you think? Yes. Home run. Yes. There you go.
So Jack Hanahan will trot the final 90 feet. He's got his second home run on the year, his 16th run batted in.
Good shot, guys. Cameraman right on it. And this is going to be our McDonald's. I'm loving it because we're going to see a triple turn into a home run. because of the cameras. And there he gets a high fly ball. He thought he had enough of it. You watch it go back, but when you see it with the naked eye, it didn't look like it originally, but it did ricochet off there. That'll go as a home run.
Johnny Damon now steps in and takes a strike. So Hanahan continues to sizzle for the Indians. And they get that run right back. And pitch outside to Damon. 2-1. Foul tipped it. Now leaving the count at 2-2.
Always good if you can, especially when you're playing a team that's as potent as the Rangers, if you can answer when they score, respond to one of their runs. And the Indians did that. And so far this year, out of the 108 runs that they have, 35 have been response runs where they've been able to come back on a team. And that's been 8 in the last 3 games. So that's a good sign.
Well, Johnny Damon has worked the count full. And the payoff pitch had him leaning out on that front foot. Just a little lazy pop to left. 1 away. Our great clip of the game, Jason Kipnis going deep. His 4th home run of the year. He had a great series in Chicago's great clips. It's going to be great.
Well, there's 4 straight games now. They went 11 without hitting one. They went their first 9 hitting a home run in a game. Then they went 11 without it. Now they're on a 4-in-a-row streak.
Stat of the game brought to you by your Northern Ohio GMC dealers. And Kipnis with that 7-game hitting streak.
You know, and unfortunately, Jason would be a good guy to watch hit triples, but this is not a good triples park. You know, when you look at it, just the way the fences are, it's not it's a big park, but the alleys aren't that big compared to some of them we play in.
The only real shot you have at triples in this park are crazy caroms off the wall.
Yeah.
In particular, a ball hit the deep just to the left of center where the center fielder gives a lot of chase and caroms back toward right. We've seen him that way.
But just what happened to Hanahan, where the ball will get past the right fielder and there's no infielder out there to help him out. But that's a rarity.
Well, that's like the first inside the park home run was a similar situation, only that was to left field. Kipnis crushes it. Deep right. Cruz back. Off the wall. And Jason's into second base. He'll stop right there with a 1-out double. Well, the Indians teeing off here on Colby Lewis. Their 3rd extra base hit of the night. And that was nearly another home run.
Well, he smoked it, and every pitch it looks like that little sinking. He's trying to sink it, but it's elevating. It's flat.
Just a tad off the end of the bat, maybe for Kipnis.
I look at it this way: when you hit it 375 feet in the air, you did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
You got a pitch you could handle. It just didn't go out, so that'll be a double for him.
As Dribble Cabrera flied to left his first time up. Down on the dirt.
Well, out of the 5 hits for the Indians tonight, 3 have been extra bases. The 2 home runs, the Kipnis double.
One on, one out. Cabrera takes a strike. And his Dribble, with runners in scoring position, 5 for 20 on the year, but you know those numbers will improve. Although they won't improve on this at bat as he grounds to Kinsler. 2 down. Kipnis over to third. Now we'll see if Travis Hafner can deliver. Hafner has swung the bat well this year, in particular against right-handed pitchers. The one chink in his armor has been with runners in scoring position, just 4 for 17 so far this year. But he's got a chance to tack on another run for the Tribe right here. The Rangers will shift. They'll leave Gonzalez near the bag at third with the runner there. Andrews, the shortstop, goes straight up the middle, and Kinsler, the second baseman, out in the shallow right. The outfield for Texas, they bunch Hafner toward the gaps.
Yeah, you play him straight away, really in the outfield, and you play him to pull on the infield. Tommy looked up that game I was talking about when Hafner was with Texas, in Cleveland. That was August 11th, 2002. He was 4 for 5, had a home run, a couple of doubles, and 3 ribbies. A really good game. It was a 3-game series. Half ended up going 6 for 11.
And a strike to the outside corner. He's down on the count, 1-2. Yeah, less than a year later, just a few months after that game, he was tabbed to essentially come to Cleveland to try and replace a legend in Jim Thome. Hard hit ground ball. Kinsler all kind of time, and a nice stretch by Moreland. Kinsler had a lot of time to really set and make a good throw. He rushed it a little bit, but Moreland bailed him out. But Jack Hanahan goes deep thanks to the umpire's review, and it's 3-1 Cleveland. On top, we go to the 4th inning here at Progressive Field. Janmar Gomez has given up just 1 run so far on 3 hits, but he's cruised through the last 2 innings on just 8 pitches each.
Oh, you love that.
Josh Hamilton called out on strikes in the 1st inning. And a swing and a miss, 1-1 to count.
Well, he likes to get after it early in a count.
High fly ball, right center. Brantley says, "I'll take it." He does. 1 away. Take a look at our University Hospitals minor league update. Mike Rail last night went 6 innings. 2-hit shutout baseball for those Mutt-Cats down in Carolina. Hard ground ball and a fair one. Just past Hanahan at third, inside the line, and Young on his way to second base with a double. Talked about it before. This guy has had a pretty good career against the Indians. Last year, he hit just .233 against the Tribe, but in his career, over a .300 batting average, 49 runs batted in just almost 350 at-bats. That was his 349th at-bat against the Indians.
Well, you come out and you get one tough out, and then the very next guy, you hang him a slider, and that's what he did. That slider was up. He jumps on the first pitch and kept it fair inside the line. So for Michael Young, his 4th double.
David Murphy, a base hit his first time up. Murphy got a changeup up in the strike zone, and he was able to just punch it right back up the middle in the second inning. Down low, a ball and a strike. And that's outside, 2 balls and a strike. And that's in the gap. Extra bases potentially here as Brantley cuts it off. Murphy's flying to second. Here's the throw, not in time. So back-to-back doubles here in the 4th. That cuts the Indians' lead to 3-2. Murphy with his 5th double and his 7th run batted in.
That's the 3rd double of the night, and another one he just stays on. He looked away. He drives it that way. Brantley does a nice job cutting it off, but Murphy able to cruise into second base. So before you know it, back-to-back doubles. And now Texas comes back and responds to the Indians' run. And this is the way they play. It looked like Kipnis might have got a knee in the forearm on that tag coming into the plate, or into the base.
Yeah, he's fidgeting with that form. Well, he tried to slap the tag down,
and it hit him. It got him flush. You know, when that runner's coming in, he's coming in at a pretty good force, and you're throwing your left arm back to try and make a snap tag, and he caught him right in the middle of the forearm.
Nelson Cruz sends a high fly ball. Center field, Brantley back there. That's out number 2. Murphy will tag and go to third.
Check it out. He goes in, and as he's coming up, he's going to sweep around and get that tag. And you see that forearm hit him right below the knee in the shin.
To see the way the arm kind of.
Look at that, hurt. That did certainly hurt.
It bent the wrong way, let's put it that way. Mike Napoli bounced out to third base his first time up. This guy's got all kinds of power. 7 homers, 15 ribbies. And a called strike. Take another look.
Watch the arm. That's the glove sort of bending that way. If his arm's not that piece of rubber, is it?
Well, I just hope he's okay. That did not look good. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. Gomez deals, and Napoli wouldn't chase after that slider.
We want to send along a happy birthday wish to Eleanor Volponi. She was 84 on the 29th of April. Sorry, she's from Ashtabula. We just received the message. So, Eleanor, happy belated birthday.
Come with the slider here with 2 down and a 1-2 count. And he hung it. Napoli, though, pulls it foul.
Yeah, he's left a couple sliders up in the zone. He's going to have to really concentrate. When you're ahead in the count, bounce that ball. Don't leave it up in the strike zone. That's where Santana should be pounding that glove on the ground. He's letting them know. He got away with one there. This is the Texas lineup. You've got to, when you get ahead of them, you got to expand their zone and don't be afraid to throw it in the dirt. Even though there's a man on third, there, that's better.
2-2 now. (3-2) Indians. We are in the 4th. Tying run at third for Texas. This will be pitch number 48 for Gomez. And a full count.
You know, you had mentioned in the last couple innings you only had 8 pitches. And I say it's good because when you're going through a lineup like the Rangers, you're going to have an inning where you may have a 25-pitch inning, you know, where you're really battling and struggling to get through it. So when you can have a couple of low-pitch innings, that bodes well to maybe keep you in that game a little longer if you're hitting your target.
Left-handed hitting Mitch Moreland waits on deck. The 3-2 fastball is low, and Napoli is aboard with 2 down. Let's go back to the Hyundai Studios right now for an in-game update. Here's Al Pawlowski.
Hey, Matt, Rick, they're battling for second place in Detroit tonight. The White Sox and Tigers, and Chicago evens it up here in the 3rd inning. Gordon Beckham with this double scores Viciedo. They're still even at 1. They're in the bottom of the 4th. Both clubs 1 run on 4 hits. Matt, back to you.
All right, thanks, Al. Here we've got Rangers at the corners with 2 down. Mitch Moreland, who doubled to start the 3rd inning, will be the batter. Moreland sent the fly ball to left, and Johnny Damon got turned around, got leather on it, but was unable to pull it in. And that led to a run. Pitch number 50 for Gomez. And a little bit outside for ball 1.
Well, Moreland had the count in his favor last time up, a 2-0 count that he stayed on a pitch away and went to left field and hit it off the wall.
Two and 0. First time through the lineup, Gomez allowed 1 run, 3 hits. Second time through the lineup, he's given up 1 run, 2 hits. But still batting? Not anymore. Kipnis snares the liner off the bat of Mitch Moreland. And the Indians stay on top 3-2, middle of the 4th. Carlos Santana, Shin-Soo Choo, Michael Brantley due up for the Indians. Three runs on 5 hits for Cleveland, 2 runs, 5 hits for Texas. Santana singled in the second, came around to score on the 2-run homer by Choo. And a foul back. Big curveball. That drops in for a strike.
We'll see if we see that pitch more this time through the lineup. He's left a couple pitches up, and the Indians have hurt him.
Santana fouling it back out of play.
He's throwing that slider in on the hands.
Santana bounces it up the middle. It gets by Kinsler. And a leadoff single for Santana here in the fourth.
Well, these guys, stronger hitters, just enough to get through the infield. You see Kinsler looking, shaking his head a little bit, but he was playing them over a little bit more. If they're going to throw him those sliders in, you got to protect the hole. And you can see just a hair. He's going to have to go to his backhand side, and it just gets under the glove of Kinsler. So Santana now 2 for 2. The Indians now with 6 hits.
Now Shin-Soo Choo hammered a 2-run homer to the bullpen in center field in inning number 2. Kinsler goes to get the lead runner, and they just do get Santana. Carlos might have started his slide a little too early, and that slowed him down just enough for Kinsler to get him at second base.
Well, Choo's going to try to pull this pitch. He was fooled on it. He was going, you could see that swing. Nothing to it. It was all arms. He rolls over on it. He just didn't hit it hard enough, and they're going to get the lead runner for the first out in this inning.
Michael Brantley base hit his first time up. And a strike at the knees. Just over the outside part of the plate. Brantley down on the count 0-2. Singled to center in the second inning. Was caught stealing to end the inning. Choo draws a throw. He has 3 steals on the year. And a ground ball right to third. Gonzalez goes to second for 1. Kinsler turns a double play. And we have played 4 innings tonight here in Cleveland with the Indians on top 3-2.
In Northeast Ohio, and by Levin's, home of the Sealy Posturepedic mattress made right here in Northeast Ohio. All right, back here at Progressive Field, the Indians lead the Rangers 3-2.
She's waiting for Sunday for the kids' clubhouse to open.
Big day here at Progressive Field. Hope to see you out here this weekend, as the Indians and the Rangers will battle once again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And then on Sunday, Kids Fun Day.
Tonight's first fireworks night of the year. That's always fun. And then tomorrow we got the Chris Perez jersey.
Bounce to second. Kipnis takes care of Gonzalez, one away.
Well, you might want to come down to Progressive Field tomorrow between 3 and 5. An Indian season ticket select a seat event. You check out the best seats in the house at the newly renovated Club Lounge. All fans interested in season tickets, groups, or party areas are welcome. Stop by and secure your seats. That'll be tomorrow between 3 and 5.
Ian Kinsler takes a strike. He drove in a run with a sac fly in the third inning. Down in the dirt, 1-1. So Gomez has gone through the Texas lineup twice now tonight. He gave up 1 run the first time through and 1 run the second time through. Slowly hit to third. Barehand grab by Hanahan and the throw to get him.
Oh, how easy did he make that look? Almost like it was in slow motion, because when he came up to make the throw, it was right there to Kochman. He didn't have to move his glove. It's almost like it was batting practice.
I almost think, Rick, once Jack made the barehand grab, he realized he was going to have time, just enough time to make sure he made a good, strong throw, and it was right on the money.
Yes, it was. That's it. Accurate, and there it is. Plenty of time. Good play.
Elvis Andrus, base hit his first time up on an infield single. Hit between third and short as Dribble Cabrera with a diving stop on the play, but unable to throw the speedy Andrus out. He flied to left back in the third. Tigers have gone in front of the White Sox 2-1 in the fifth in the Motor City. Yankees lead Kansas City 2-0 in the first at Kauffman. 2-1 to count here. Minnesota is out on the West Coast. They'll be in Seattle later tonight. Over the head of Gomez, charging hard. Kipnis, little barehand pick, or I should say short pick, and a terrific play by Kipnis to transfer the ball and throw him out. Rangers go in order. And the Indians hold a 3-2 lead. Casey Kochman 0 for 1 leading it off. And looks at a ball down low. There's a strike. The Indians looked like they were really starting to zero in on Colby Lewis. In the span of 6 batters, they had 3 extra base hits, including 2 home runs. But just as quick as it looked like they were closing in on him, he has turned the game around.
Well, he's starting to hit his location. He's changing speeds very well. He's starting to pitch, like, hit his location. He's settling in. He got hurt with a first pitch fastball by Chu. That gave the Indians a quick 2 runs. Gave up another single, but he battled out of that. And then the solo home run by Hanahan to lead off the 3rd. But they're going to have to continue to score.
And Kochman strikes out. That's the first K for Colby Lewis. Our recap brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Chu's 2-run homer in the 2nd with 1 out. And then Hanahan with a ball that hit off the
wall scraper.
Top of the wall in right field. Originally ruled a triple. They looked at it. It was a homer. But the Rangers keep coming back to close the gap. Find out about more than 30 Toyota offers available now at buyatoyota.com. Jack Hanahan, who hit that ball to right field. That was first ruled a triple and then changed to a home run correctly.
See, Lewis in his last 6 outs, Matt, is starting to get it down, and it goes to show 5 ground ball outs and then that last strikeout there to Kochman. So he's starting to hit his spots and changing speeds and getting the hitters to do exactly what he wants, get it on the ground.
And the big curveball bounced weakly to first. 2 down. Well, tomorrow night marks the debut of the Ohio Machine. It's the new professional lacrosse team. 12th season of Major League Lacrosse is the first for the Columbus-based Ohio Machine. And they'll travel to Annapolis to face the Chesapeake Bayhawks. And will have their debut tomorrow night at 11:30 right here on STO. Two down for Johnny Damon, who is 0 for 2 tonight. Punched in the air left field. Back goes Murphy. And the inning is over. So the Tribe goes 1-2-3. And we move to the 6th inning with the Indians up 3-2. discount coupons for the Subway Extreme Fan Zone to an upcoming home game. It's the place to be for a chance to win Subway gift cards, Indians fun money, and get great discounts on your next Subway purchase. Subway, where winners eat. Three-two Indians. We go to the sixth inning. Genmar Gomez. He'll have to go through the heart of the Rangers order here. Josh Hamilton to lead it off.
A really big inning for Gomez. And so far, he's done a good job to Hamilton. 8 pitches, 5 strikes, and he's got him to swing and miss 3 times.
One hopper and a seed right at Kochman at first base. 1 down.
1 pitch, 1 out. He did. It wasn't a routine out because this ball was smoked. Now, I don't know anybody that hits a ball as hard as Hamilton does. And as easy as his swing is, that ball just jumps off his bat and that, ouch. You don't want to have to get in front of a ball like that, but Kochman retires him.
And Michael Young, who doubled and scored his last time up, takes a look at a strike. Gomez with the 1-1. And the other way goes Young, just inside the line and touched by a fan, so Young will stop at second. Boy, oh boy, I mean, that might have been right on the chalk.
I think it did. I think it hit chalk. I mean, how lucky can you get? And look, he just stayed inside. He goes that way. This is a good pitch. He ran that little 2-seamer in on him, hit it down on the trademark. But this guy's good enough. He fights it off, and it just happened to stay fair, right on the line. So there's a little fan that'll reach over. It would have been a double anyway.
See the look on the guy behind him going, no!
Well, he's got it. He's fine. It would have been a double anyway.
Now David Murphy, who is 2 for 2 on the night with a single, a double, and an RBI.
Well, both the pitches that Murphy hit today were out over the plate, so right there they decide, let's go fastball inside. This guy's looking out over the plate. He's proven he can hit it that way, left center.
That's driven to deep center. Back goes Brantley. He's got it. Tagging is Young, and he'll go to third, but there are 2 away.
Well, create memories at Progressive Field this year with Indians Perfect 10 Flex Packs. It's presented by Discount Drug Mart. You use 10 tickets however you want. Bring 1 friend to 5 games or a group of 10 to collect your Chris Perez jersey. That'll be tomorrow night. Log on to Indians.com.
Now Nelson Cruz, who looks at a ball up high, he's 0 for 2. Genmar Gomez was scheduled to fly out right about the time the Indians-White Sox game started last night in Chicago, but because of the storms, his flight kept getting delayed, and eventually they said it wasn't going to leave till midnight. He wound up just waiting at the airport and flew home with the team.
Yeah. He was going out of O'Hare originally and then ended up coming back to Midway and jumped on the charter. So
the sleep deprivation has not bothered him in the least.
Well, they tried to get him out and get him some rest, but you know what? We'll see how it goes.
Pitch number 70, close.
So far, the way he's pitching tonight, all our pitchers may be leaving with the team instead of going ahead.
2-1 the count. Now a 3-1 count. Tying run at third base, and that's Michael Young.
It's really only the second 3-ball count that Genmar has had.
Back out of play, a full count for Cruz. Cruz is one of those streaky kind of hitters. When he gets hot, he can carry you.
Yeah, he's right now, he's not swinging it that well, but you're exactly right. He gets into a groove. He can hit at any part of the ballpark, and he will get hot eventually.
And the payoff pitch. Wind into left field, just past Jack Hanahan. Boy, I thought he was going to rob him of a hit right there. Terrific effort by the Indians' third baseman. But Cruz delivers with the 2-out RBI single, and we are tied at 3.
Just watch where the location of this pitch, it's up. There it is. He didn't get it down enough, and it was elevated enough where he got a good piece of it, and it gets it past. That's a big man and a strong man. Got it past Hanahan, so a 2-out single ties the ball game up.
Inside to Mike Napoli for ball 1. At the knees. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. Napoli bounced out to third in the second inning. Then he drew a walk in the fourth. And Genmar paints the corner again with a fastball strike. That base hit by Cruz, snapping an 0 for 14. Almost chased after it, but didn't do it. Remember last year, he came here early in the season and had an unbelievable series. Talking about Cruz. He had 4 runs, 4 games, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, 2 homers. So he had, but then after that, the Indians, in all those games down in Texas, they stifled him. He wound up just going 5 for 31. And Napoli's out looking. But the big 2-out RBI hit by Cruz here in the 6th has tied this game at 3. Sixth inning here at Progressive Field. Jason Kipnis has Dribble Cabrera and Travis Hafner.
Well, Lewis has settled in, but it would be nice to, just get a base run and get him out of that stretch again. He had a really easy inning his last inning. And he's getting a feel for that curveball and getting his pitches down in the zone.
Kipnis right back up the middle, and it's through. A diving Andrus couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
And Kipnis with his second hit of the night, he just stays locked in at the plate.
Hottest hitter for the Indians, got it going again, and that's a really good approach. He stayed right on him, took it right back up the middle, and Lewis had to skip a little rope to get out of the way. So Jason 2 for 3.
With more on Jason Kipnis, let's check in with Katie Witham.
Yeah, Kipnis sure hot right now, guys, but it wasn't always that way. Remember, he struggled a little bit at the beginning of the season. He told me today he has made a slight adjustment to his swing that's really cleaned up not only the angle of his swing, but also the bat path, allowing him to really get the barrel of the bat on the ball, basically, and we've sure seen the result of that.
Yeah, 2 more hits here this evening.
You know, it's a constant adjustment when you go throughout the year you have to make as hitters. And, you know, there's times you get into good cycles. He's in a good cycle right now, you know, and just pretty soon teams will make adjustments and, you know, maybe pitch around him or not give him good pitches to hit. And he'll have to make another adjustment, but he certainly has made a very good one.
Takes off, swing and a miss by Cabrera, throw off the mark, and Jason Kipnis with another steal. That's a half dozen stolen bases on the year. He's in the scoring position now.
You know, that's right. He's done a good job in this department, too. And I'll tell you, Lewis is not an easy guy to steal off of. The throw from from Napoli is very high. So he steals at that one, I think, on the catcher.
No, he's in scoring position now with the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 6th inning. This is a key spot right here now if the Indians can get him over and get him in with the way the bullpen has pitched this year.
See if he goes with any of this off-speed stuff away to try and get him to a fastball up. He doesn't want him to pull the ball. But this guy, I'll tell you what, Lewis on the year, when runners get in scoring position, he's the absolute best in baseball. Hitters are 0 for 23 with runners in scoring position with this guy on the mound.
Cabrera rips it foul, pulled it down into the lower deck.
Tonight they're 0 for 2, and this is their third at-bat, so something's got to give. He is the absolute best at it, so they have their work cut out for him, but you got to manufacture a run here.
Right back up the middle, and that's through.
No.
Andrus knocks it down, but Kipnis goes to third, and Cabrera is aboard with the base hit, and the Indians have him at the corners with nobody out. Now what Andrus did by stopping it from going further into the outfield was he kept Kipnis from scoring.
Good job by Cabrera to get him over, and even a better job by Andrus to keep it near the infield so they don't score. And I'll tell you, that's a big play. You're taught as an infielder, anytime you can knock it down, do so. But Cabrera did his job. Andrus did his job. At the Indians at first and third, nobody out, and a great opportunity to take the lead in this ball game.
Now Travis Hafner, 0 for 2 on the night. Nobody out, first and third. And it's outside for ball 1. $80 pitches on the night.
Well, right now is where Hafner, you want to stay on the baseball. He's been doing such a good job of going to left center on the year. This is a prime opportunity to stay with that pattern. Go the other way. Don't try and pull him.
No, he's pitching him away to start this at bat, 2-0.
You know, I think the Rangers would be happy to trade 2 for 1 here. They'd take the double play and give up the run. But they have a start to an inning where you can have a crooked number on there.
Low, 3 balls, no strikes. Carlos Santana waiting on deck. As the left-hander Robbie Ross, the only southpaw in the Rangers bullpen, getting loose. The pitch. And Hafner taking all the way. It's in there for a strike. Yeah, I was
3-0 change. How about that?
He didn't challenge him, did he?
Well, no. I mean, if he says I'm going to walk him, see, that's what happens when you're successful with guys in scoring position. You're not afraid. I mean, you're never ever going to give in. You minimize opportunities and damage. Remember the year when Kevin Millwood was here in 2005. You know, he never, ever gave in, and good pitchers never will, even if it's a 3-0 count.
Yeah, the good ones tend to even back off more in those tense, tight situations. Now the 3-1. Pop back out of play in a full count.
He got in on him.
Jason Kipnis, who singled to start the inning and stole a base. He's at third. Cabrera with the base hit is at first. Hafner awaiting the 3-2 pitch. And he fouls it up the first baseline. Came back with another off-speed pitch, did Colby Lewis. This Friday night crowd hoping to see Hafner do some damage here. 3-3 game, bottom of the sixth, and a snap throw to first with Cabrera back safely. Kipnis, of course, eyeing that play all the way. That ball gets away. He's got a chance to score easily from third.
Change up.
And the payoff pitch is hammered. Deep center. Hamilton over. He'll make the catch. Coming home and scoring is Jason Kipnis, and the Indians take a 4-3 lead.
Good job manufacturing a run there. Kipnis leading it off, stealing second. Cabrera gets him over. Hafner gets him in. Well done. And a very good at-bat for Hafner. Got a pitch he could finally handle on the full count after ahead in the count, 3-0. Will hit the sacrifice fly, so the Indians back on top. Respond to the Rangers run.
4-3 Indians here in the bottom of the sixth. Carlos Santana 2 for 2 on the night with a couple of singles and a run scored. With Cabrera at first and one out, takes ball one down low. Caught the corner. Evens the count. Down to the dirt. Nice job by Napoli to pick that.
Good play. Right there, you can get tricked up as a base runner where you see the ball in the dirt and you almost want to take off because you want to get to second base, and he picked it cleanly. So if you wander off a couple extra steps, he could throw behind you and pick you off. That was a nice pick.
'90th pitch of the night right here. Cabrera takes off, pitches up and in, throw down, plenty of time. I mean, a perfect throw from Napoli. 2 down.
That one wasn't even close there. I mean, watch. Cabrera's not a fast runner, and I don't consider him really a big base stealer at all because, you know, base running is an art. You have to get a good jump, and you have to be quick. So he's thrown out. Cabrera caught for the second time this year out of 3 attempts.
3-1 to Santana. Full count. And the payoff pitch. Swung out and missed. So Colby Lewis, he does what he does best. He minimizes the damage. But the Indians regain the lead.
Just go online, Indians.com, get your tickets while you're there. Check out those flex packs presented by Discount Drug Mart. You can get 10 tickets and use them this Sunday if you want. Matt, Rick, we'll send it back over to you guys for now.
Okay, thanks, Katie. 7th inning here at Progressive Field, and Genmar Gomez handed a 4-3 lead. He'll be facing Mitch Moreland, Alberto Gonzalez, and Ian Kinsler. 92 pitches for Colby Lewis through 6 innings of work. Just 78 pitches for Genmar Gomez through his 6 innings. So the Indians' bullpen is quiet. 3 on the right side for the Tribe with the shift on as Mitch Moreland, the left-handed hitter, comes in. He is 1 for 2 on the night. And a pitch down low for ball 1. White Sox and the Tigers tied 2-2 there in the 6th in the Motor City. Happy birthday wishes tonight going out to Gary Shonian, who's turning 50 years old today down in Columbus.
He's out celebrating. You can't tell me he's home.
Well, here's where the story gets interesting. His wife Leslie sent in the note about her husband, and she says he is a die-hard Indians fan, so much so that she once asked him, "Do you love me or the Indians more?" And he said, "I love you both equally."
Well, then that means he's out tonight. He's not at the game, is he?
No, I don't believe so. I think he's home watching. 2-1 pitch.
Oh,
Bloop the other way. That's going to drop for a hit. Damon near the line and a long big turn there, but Moreland holds with a leadoff single. Boy, just almost like a cue shot off the end of the bat.
It was right off the end of the bat. And, Michael Young had a double like that today. He came around to score on that just caught chalk. Here's a leadoff single right off the end of the bat. Not a bad pitch. It's like a little cue shot. You could see the shift on the infield. So that is another base hit. Nothing you could do.
Yeah, shift or no shift, that's probably going to be a hit.
That's a base hit no matter how you shake it.
Alberto Gonzalez takes a strike. He is 0 for 2. Couple of ground balls to second base tonight for the right-handed hitter.
Yeah, you'd love to see a ground ball double play.
Gomez got a double play ball off the bat of Nelson Cruz in the 2nd inning. And he's had a lot of ground ball outs here tonight.
They may start the run. Okay, now he squares. Good job.
Gomez looks to second, takes too much time getting rid of it, and everybody's safe.
No, not the mistake. You get the out at first base. Even though I know Moreland's running, now you open it up for a big inning. I think he got a little excited about it. Now, I'm not sure if Santana was yelling. No, he's pointing to first base, so I guarantee he wasn't yelling second. If you watch Santana, he was pointing to first, and I think this is all on Genmar, where he came up and wanted to make the throw and get the lead runner. You don't get anybody. It'll be a fielder's choice, and a sacrifice.
Well, that's a tough play there because now Ian Kinsler, with 2 on and nobody out.
You open it up for a big inning against an offense like this.
Indians bullpen now up and busy. Nick Haggett on the left-hander getting loose. 85 pitches for Gomez on the night, and he has got his work cut out for him. But he still is always 1 pitch away from that double play ball.
Watch Santana on this play. He's pointing to first base, so he cannot be yelling second and pointing to first. And that's the guy you're going to get the call from. He's pointing to first, and nope, he didn't like it.
9 ground ball outs so far tonight for Genmar Gomez. The 1-1. It's outside, 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, Kinsler, a guy, too. When you're looking for a ground ball double play, he doesn't hit many ground balls. He's got that swing where he can hit, he can elevate. He swings up and he tries to hit a lot of fly balls. Tough to get him to ground into a double play. He has grounded into 1 this year. There's Haggett down.
Now the 2-1. And he tied him up with a good pitch.
Yes, he did.
And it evens the count.
Actually, he helped him out and swung at a ball. That ball took off, and he ran it in on his fist. He was already committed to swinging. He looked like he might have been cheating on that one.
So 2 on with nobody out on the 2-2 pitch coming up. Ground ball to third. Hanahan goes to second. There's one. Kipnis on to first. Double play.
Nicely done. Nicely turned. A good pitch. And the second time this year, Kinsler grounds into a double play. The second one the Indians have turned tonight. Big play right there. Really nicely done. There's this, and that was right there. I mean, that looked like a pretty good pitch to hit. So maybe that ball that he ran in on his fist paid dividends in that at bat as they turn it around the horn. And out comes Scott Radinsky to talk to, which tells me this is the last hitter for Genmar. They're going to have Hagedorn ready for Hamilton, who's on deck.
Elvis Andrus 1 for 3 tonight, an infield single back in the first inning. And Andrus has now run his hitting streak against the Indians to 24 straight games. Kirby Puckett also hit in 24 straight against the Indians. Back in 1991, he started that streak and carried it all the way through 1993. Tying run at third with 2 down here in the 7th. Ground ball hit right at the second baseman. Kipnis has it, throws to first, and Genmar Gomez with 7 strong innings tonight as the Indians in front 4-3 as we reach the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by the Cleveland Clinic, where every life deserves world-class care. Call 216-444-CARE for an appointment today. Bar and Grill. Well, hopefully the crowds will start to fatten up. Nicer weather down here at the ballpark, and the Indians playing good baseball, currently in first place in the Central Division. Genmar Gomez gives him another good start. Manny Act is talking to him about that play at second base, you know.
Yeah.
Basically what you were just telling him. Don't get greedy there. Take your route.
That's right. And you know what? He's young. That's okay. I mean, the kid wanted to make the great play. But
there's a high fly ball by Chu to deep center, back. And making the catch is Josh Hamilton. And the warning track for out number 1. Sometimes you got to learn the hard way, but the good news is he learned the hard way by getting out of the inning.
Yes, he did. He made his pitch. Good for him.
All right, Rick and I got the tough ones right out of the bat on this. Chris James, Ben Broussard. The easy one, the one staring us right in the face, we whiffed on.
Yeah, we did. I forgot about, we were talking to Albert or thinking everything. It was Manny Ramirez. Duh. And we did that game out in Oakland with Chris James.
There's a pitch in for a strike. The thing I remember about that is that's when the A's were the big, bad Bash Brother A's.
Right.
The Indians went out there and kicked their tail.
Yeah, they used to do it all the time. Then we went out there for the last 4 or 5 years and couldn't do anything with them.
Now, Brantley with a pretty good drive to right field, but Cruz able to go back and catch that. Our highlight reel brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. Here it is on this date in 1991.
CJ.
Everything he saw, he hammered that day. And the Indians, just beat the stuffing out of Oakland. There's Mike Hargrove
coaching first base. Yes, indeed. That's how old that was.
Now Casey Kochman takes a strike. Kochman almost chased after it, able to hold up. A little bit low and a full count.
Little talk going on now by the pitching coach, a young starter that faced the Rangers for his first time and really did a tremendous job, I think. Faced him the first time, trusted his stuff. He made a couple of mistakes with his breaking ball, but he settled down, and after that play, he went to second base instead of taking just the out at first. Got the ground ball double play off the bat of Kinsler and did a tremendous job. Kept his team in the ball game, giving them a chance to win.
3-2 pitch to Kochman. And it's ball 4. And I think that's the first walk,
yes, it
isn't
is. It sure is. He doesn't walk many, that's for sure. It's only the 5th on the year.
And that is going to bring out the pitching coach, Mike Maddox, before Jack Hanahan steps in. By the way, that ball game that we were talking about on this date in 1991, Chris James did all that damage with 2 home runs, 2 singles. And the Indians won 20-6 over the Oakland A's. May 4th, 1991. There's the only left-hander in the Rangers bullpen. And Jack Hanahan awaiting as the meeting breaks up. Maddox heads back to the dugout. I think Greg Maddox, Mike's brother, the incredible pitcher, is now a special assistant in the Rangers organization.
Yes, he is.
I always remember that Kevin Millwood spoke highly of Greg Maddox and the influence he had on the younger pitchers, and he said just sitting and talking to him and watching the game with him as he dissected what was going on in the game was of great interest. There's a bouncing ball. It gets through. And a base hit by Jack Hanahan, his second hit of the night. And the Indians have 2 on with 2 out here in the 7th. And Ron Washington will have a decision to make before Johnny Damon comes up.
Look at that. He just got enough of that ball. He hit it straight down out in front of the plate, but it found the hole. He hit it in the right hole between first and second. Now, the way that Lewis has pitched Damon tonight, he's going to leave him in there. I can see why, because he made him fly out to left field 3 times tonight. The same thing, took something off and then sinks it down and away. and Johnny hasn't made the adjustment. So that's what's going to earn him the right to get one more out here in the 7th inning.
This will be pitch number 105 on the night.
If he does not get this out, then you know it's going to the left-hander for Kipnis because Jason has 2 hits tonight.
White Sox have gone ahead of Detroit 4-2 in the 7th. Here the Indians lead at 4-3 with 2 on and 2 out. And a fly ball to deep center. Hamilton racing back. He's out of room. It's off the wall. Scoring is Kochman. Here comes Hanahan. Into third with a 2-out, 2-run triple is Johnny Damon. He did make the adjustment, and the 4th time is the charm tonight for Johnny Damon and the Tribe, who now lead it 6-3.
Well, the adjustment he made was that he got a curveball from Lewis as opposed to that little changeup sinking down and away and watch it hang. And he stayed on it. This time he went right back up the middle. So Johnny D did make the adjustment. It's going to clear the bases. A 2-run triple makes it a 6-3 game. And that'll end the night for Kobe Lewis because Ron Washington, look at him. He's trying to make a catch over his shoulder
Just
and came
off
awfully close, didn't it?
Wow.
Good effort. Good effort, but Johnny Damon adds a little bit of insurance. A big hit right there with 2 outs.
The Indians send Kobe Lewis to the showers with 10 hits against him tonight. They lead at 6-3. We'll be right back. It's Kobe Lewis, who came into this game with an earned run average of 193.
Well, the story on Lewis tonight, he came into this game 0 for 21 with runners in scoring position. The Indians, 2 for 4. They got the first 2 hits off him, and they did the damage in the last 2 innings with runners in scoring position.
Now Jason Kipnis facing Robbie Ross and looks at ball 1 up high. Checks, it's a called strike. Johnny Damon, 4th among active players in games, 2nd in triples. You hang around the game almost 2 decades where he's at, and you're productive for that long, you're going to be up there.
Well, and I guarantee you, as long as he's been around the game nowadays, not many times will he face a starter if you're leading off 4 times in a game.
That is rare.
You know what I mean?
Very rare.
And it never used to be, but it is now. And he made the adjustment after those 3 at-bats.
I remember talking to Travis Fryman about that back in probably 99 or 2000, just about, he said, you know, nowadays, when I first started playing, you might see a starter 3-4 times in a game. And so by late in the game, you knew what he was going to throw. That is a thing of the past. But the 4th time tonight, Johnny Damon comes through in the clutch, and the Indians are up 6-3.
The Cleveland Indians.
(6-3) Indians on top, 8th inning. And now Vinny Pistano coming on for the Tribe. 13th appearance on the year, 1 win, no losses, ERA 2.53, 15 strikeouts, just 2 walks in 10 2/3 innings of work. And now in the outfield, Aaron Cunningham has come on. He's taken over for Johnny Damon in left field.
Well, I think Gomez did a tremendous job tonight facing this Ranger team for 7 innings. Gave up 8 hits. Only allowed 3 runs and really buckled down in that 7th inning to get through it after they had the first 2 guys aboard. Got the double play ball and then got the 3rd out of the inning. That was huge for him and the Indians. And they come back and they put 2 on the board with 2 outs.
Pitch outside, ball 1. Way outside. Well, here's the other thing, too. They only walked 1 guy. And this is not a lineup you can fool around with and give him extra opportunities and chances. So he went at him, threw a lot of quality strikes.
And had some low pitch innings.
Yep.
That enabled him to hang around and go for that 7 innings.
And he kept him in the park. This is a team that can hit a lot of home runs. Pistano with a 2-1. And that's slicing down the left field line, out of play. Just a beautiful night. Warm all day. It felt like July. It was very humid, muggy.
About time.
You're not kidding. We'll take it. Love it.
Yeah, when you get home, maybe that'll have something to do with how the Indians play here. Get a little warm weather.
Hope to see more fans out here as well.
Good pitch.
Hammered right between the shift. That ball was blistered by Josh Hamilton. And Chu holds him to a long leadoff single. First hit of the night for the Rangers center fielder. He's 1 for 4. And that's going to bring up Michael Young.
Slider middle of the plate. Speeds up his bat. And, I mean, look at this bullet. You could have 4 guys on that side of the field. It was hit so hard it would have found a hole.
Michael Young has doubled in each of his last 2 at-bats.
Yeah, 1 to left field, 1 to right field. 1 down the third base line, 1 down the first base line.
And he has scored in each of those last 2 at-bats. Boy, close pitch. Didn't get the call from Dale Scott. And it's 1-1. Good fastball just above the belt, and you can see Young just couldn't catch up to it. Now Pistano trying to put him away here. Slicing, out of play. Looks like terrific weather for tomorrow night and for Sunday, so hope to see you down here at the ballpark as the Indians and Rangers keep this series going. 1-2 pitch, fouled back. 7 o'clock start tomorrow night, Sunday, a 105 series finale. Just 16,147 on this beautiful Friday night. Now the 1-2, right back. Tomorrow night, Derek Lowe against Derek Holland, left-hander for Texas. And then Sunday, Yu Darvish makes his Cleveland first appearance. 4-0 already this year. The Japanese import off to a great start. Ubaldo Jimenez will go for the Indians in that game.
They did face him in spring training.
Yeah,
Remember, we did the game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they have faced him before, but it was a long time ago.
And now the set. Pistano with a 1-2.
Nice pitch.
Did he go? The appeal? Nope.
Oh.
C.B. Buckner says he did not go around.
Good pitch because he's fouled off a couple of really tough pitches away and also in. This one he just makes it a little farther, and he certainly thought about it.
The 2-2. Full count.
Boy, he's made a couple of really good pitches right there.
Runner goes, payoff pitch, swing and a miss, throw down to second. Got him. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. Santana does it again. 2 games in a row, he has been able to execute.
Hey, he is throwing the ball amazingly well this year, and I mean, it's been on target. This is a great pitch, and Santana comes up and just fires a bullet, and look at that. Come on, he's waiting for you. Great throw. Strike him out, throw him out, and that certainly helps right there.
With 2 down, David Murphy to the plate, 2 for 3. Single, double, and an RBI.
Watch Carlos after he throws him out. Remember in Chicago?
Over
there
A.J.
you go. He gave him
Pierzynski's
the
head.
old pump. He gave him the Ken Kaiser pump. He gone.
Ken Kaiser reference. Gotta love it. Did he have the foot going with it?
No,
too?
he didn't. No, that's not going yet. That's not. You got to throw about 10 in a row before you get that one going. But you remember the play in Chicago on the breaking ball. He came down. It was a strike him out, throw him out.
Yeah.
He was pumped on that one too. So he's getting some confidence throwing base runners out now.
Now the 0-2 pitch to Murphy. Tried to go with a backdoor slider, but missed. Slicing down the left field line, and that'll find the seats. This was the play we were talking about in Chicago with Pistano.
The backhanded short hop and comes up and throws over the hitter. Watch this. Yes. See, that's when that pump starts. So now he's getting some confidence in his throwing abilities. So we've seen 2 strike him out, throw him outs here in the last few days.
Yeah, that was 2 nights ago. I was thinking that was last night. But
No,
it was 2 nights
that's
ago.
right. 2 nights ago. But that ball short hopped him.
All right, so Pistano trying to put away Murphy and end the inning. The 1-2. Another foul ball by Murphy. Boy, before the ball game, Rick, down in the clubhouse today, Vinny Pistano had that Texas Rangers lineup card, and he was looking at it, and he was studying it. Right, left, right, left, right. He was looking at, trying to memorize it in his mind, knowing situationally who he might have to come in and face.
Nice.
Broken bat, 1 hopper to second. Kipnis throws him out. And a scoreless 8th inning for Vinny Pistano as the Indians maintain a 6-3 lead over Texas. Field with the Indians on top 6-3. Robbie Ross, who got the final out of the 7th inning, stays on to pitch for Texas. As Dribble Cabrera, Travis Hafner, and Carlos Santana due up for the Indians. And a first pitch strike to Cabrera, who is 1 for 3 on the night with a base hit. Hit him.
Uh-oh.
And the Indians had their leadoff man aboard.
There you go, right in the back pocket.
Travis Hafner coming up here, 0 for 2 on the night, but he lined a sacrifice to center field in the 6th inning that gave the Indians a 4-3 lead.
Yeah, that was a big play at the time because that was right before him. Cabrera got the base hit, the first one off Colby Lewis this year with a runner in scoring position, and Andrus kept the ball on the infield where they couldn't score him. So he was ahead in the count 3-0 and ended up getting the runner home.
Now Hafner trying to remove all doubt.
Well, something you have to do against the Rangers, and we said it early, they've scored in 4 of the first 7 innings. You have to continue to score against this ball club because they will do it. They'll continue to come back and have opportunities as well.
Nick Hagedorn in the Tribe pin alongside Chris Perez. Obviously, save situation, it'll be CP. Indians tack on some insurance. Likely we'll see Hagedorn. White Sox in front of the Tigers, 4-2. They're in the bottom of the 8th at Comerica Park. Yankees and Royals tied 2-2. They're in the 5th in Kansas City. 3-0 the count here. And Hafner hit it off the end of the bat right at the left fielder Cruz, or right fielder Cruz, 1 away. Hey, tonight's box score brought to you by your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers, who invite you to come see the 2012 Sonata. Visit northernohiohyundaidealers.com today. Well, Johnny Damon, a big 2-run triple to open this game up for the Indians. Jason Kipnis stays locked in at the plate. Cabrera with a big hit. Sac fly by Hafner that gave him the lead. They have not relinquished since. Santana 2 more hits. Chu gets on the board with his first home run. Just about everybody in on the act here tonight. Santana slowly chopped to third. They go to second for 1. Gonzalez didn't get it. They tried to turn 2, but C.B. Buckner calling Santana safe at first, and there are 2 down.
I tell you, Kinsler did a nice job at turning it. He was flat-footed. You know, I didn't think they had a chance because it wasn't hit hard enough.
Well, every home run hit by the Indians this year means Rick and I are donating $5 each. Great Clips donating $50, and thanks to big couple of home runs tonight, we're up to $1,380. Great needs, great deeds, great Clips. Chu with the 2-run homer, and Hanahan with the solo shot down the right field line. Chu's home run was to the bullpen in center field. Last time up, he almost hit another one out the center. Had Hamilton back on the warning track in center field. So that's probably a good sign to see him using the center of the field.
Well, he also jumped on that first pitch fastball, and that was their game plan. Don't spot Colby Lewis anything early. Katie told us that. And then in his very next at-bat, you know, he had a bad swing on an off-speed pitch. You know, he didn't. Now it's a matter of putting them together at every at-bat. It takes a while. But you build from that first one. But this guy has got to hit for this offense to do anything. There's no question. He started out hitting the year in the number 3 hole. He's no longer there. He's down to number 6. So let's see if he can hit his way out of that. You know, well, there you go.
So the inning is over. We go to the 9th. 6-3 Tribe. For the Indians, looking for his 10th save of the year already.
Well, 9 consecutive after the opening day blow up. Trying to save the game for Genmar Gomez, and the Indians bullpen has been outstanding recently.
Nelson Cruz, first ball swing. Hanahan knocks it down, and then it just started rolling away from him. He couldn't catch up to it, so Cruz aboard to start the 9th inning for Texas.
Goes an error on Jack Hanahan, and that was a tough hop. I mean, I don't care how you do it. It has top spin. He booted it to keep in front of him, but the thing ricocheted away from him. So it'll go as an error. They will get the leadoff man aboard. You see that in-between hop, and it just the spin on it. Tried to keep it in front of him, but just ricocheted too far.
Mike Napoli, 0 for 2 with a walk.
Boy, he'd be doing you a favor.
I was just going to say, what in the world would he be thinking about there other than he's not?
Well,
really
he's trying to get the tying run to home plate is what he's trying to do. I mean, he's not going to bunt. He sees Hanahan back there, but he says, let me try.
High pop. Right field, Chu. One away. Hey, it's Miller time. Brought to you by Miller Lite. And Genmar Gomez was in some soup in that 7th inning, but he gets a huge double play. Ian Kinsler grounds into the 5-4-3. And then with the tying run at third, he gets Andrews to ground out to end the inning. 7 innings, 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts for Gomez here tonight. Just a terrific job. And now with 1 on and 1 out, Mitch Moreland, the left-handed hitter at the plate. Last time up, he just flared one the other way, and it dropped in shallow left field for a base hit. Went right at him. Evens the count of 1-1. Swing and a miss. Ball and 2 strikes, the count on Moreland. He deals, and it just missed. He evens the count at 2-2. Crowd wanted it. That's hit in the air, center field. Brantley makes the catch, 2 down. And looks like we are going to get Adrian Beltre in a pinch hit appearance here with 2 out in the 9th inning. Friday night crowd of better than 16,000. Up on their feet as Beltre makes his way to home plate. Alberto Gonzalez was 0 for 2 on the night. And a pitch up high for ball 1. This is one of those situations where a manager, a lot of times when you've got a player working his way back from an injury, they like to get him in, pinch hit appearance late in the game, and then you might see him the next game back in the starting lineup. We'll wait and see if that's the case with Beltre. 1-1 to count. Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care postgame show coming your way right after the ball game wraps up here tonight. Beltre with a fly ball to right field. Chu is back, still going back, reaches up and makes a sensational catch to end the game. Boy, a fitting ending to what was a terrifically played game for the Cleveland Indians. And they take the series opener from the Texas Rangers by a final score of 6-3. As Chu went high in the air up against the wall and made a nice grab to end the game. So the first place Cleveland Indians move to 14-10. They've won 13 now of their last 13 of their last 19 games. Meanwhile, the Texas Rangers fall to 17-9, and they've lost 3 in a row. Winning pitcher, Genmar Gomez, he's 2-1. Loser is Colby Lewis. It's his first loss. And Chris Perez leads the American League now with his 10th save of the year. Here's our KeyBank Key Play of the Game brought to you by KeyBank, home of relationship rewards. Earn reward points, redeem for gifts.
Well, there's a little 2-out, big hit. Made the adjustment on the curveball to straightaway center field over the head of Hamilton. And you can see 2 runs come in. That was a big play because they were able to add on. Johnny Damon made the big adjustment, so that was a big hit for the Indians. That is going to be our KeyBank Key Play of the game.
Great way to kick off this weekend series for the Indians as they beat the Rangers by a final score of 6-3. And let's go down to the field where Katie Witham is standing by with Johnny Damon.
Well, Johnny, you guys had 3 extra base hits to start the game. By the end of the 3rd inning, just how important was it to jump on Colby Lewis early today?
Well, he's been having a great year, and he knew how to pitch me early on. I mean, 3 lazy fly balls to left field, but you have to keep going out there and competing. And fortunately, I was able to get it over Josh's head.
I was going to say, you made the adjustment, obviously, a triple. 2-run triple. Just it looked like a curveball, I guess. And what adjustment did you make?
Well, I just had a better swing. The first couple of swings were pretty lazy, and that's something that I'm going to have to fight through a little bit at the beginning of the season. But hopefully that's a sign of things to come. And we're playing pretty good baseball. And against the Texas Rangers, you really need to keep adding runs on the board because we know how talented their offense is. So we were fortunate. My man Chu got that big home run, nice catch, and so we're playing good, and hopefully we can come back tomorrow and pick up another win.
I was going to say this game ended exactly kind of how it started. So much energy. Just, I guess, how big of a win was this for you guys, seeing how it's game one in this series?
Well, every single game is big, and when you're supposed to win a game, you need to, because at the very end of the season, making the playoffs or not comes down to a couple games here and there. So every game is important, and we're here to play to win every single night.
Johnny, the Indians are now undefeated with you in the lineup. We're going to hope to keep it that way. Congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Katie. Well, the Indians get the win here tonight over the Texas Rangers. 6-3 is the final score. Back with a final word after this.